My name is Amy. Welcome to my virtual class today. This will be my very first virtual class. So this is me stepping out of my comfort zone, which is what we teach in yoga. Step out of your comfort zone. Time to learn and explore our bodies. So this is me learning and exploring virtual classes, my very first one. So thank you for joining me. We really miss you in the studio. I miss teaching classes. I miss physically seeing my students and people in general. But for now, this is what we got. We make the best of what we have and we just move on. So thank you for being here today. I look forward to sharing my practice with you. I would like to remind you that this is your practice. I'm just here to lead you through asana. It is all up to you how much you do. It is up to you to decide to rest when you need rest. If you need some water, take a drink. Child's pose is always available. Skipping a vinyasa is as well. Listen to your body, listen to your heart. And I look forward to flowing with you this morning or afternoon, lunchtime. I would like to begin in a comfortable seat, comfortable cross-legged position. So instead of crossing the ankles, I want you to bring one foot in front of the other, allowing the hips to just open up a little bit more. Bring the hands to the knees, palms facing down, and spend a few moments with your eyes closed. Shift the torso back so that you feel the sit bones really connect and root into the mat. Sitting up tall, from the sit bones to the crown of the head is nice and long. Take a deep breath in and lean the head back, lift the chin, feeling that stretch in the front of the neck. And exhale, bow your head, chin to chest. Inhale, bring the right ear to the shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear to the shoulder. And exhale, chin to chest. Your inhale, bring the chin back to center, parallel to the mat. Bring your fingertips to the floor and walk them out, arms straight, shoulders pressing back and down. Really draw the navel to the spine. Take a deep breath, sweep the arms up overhead, maybe the palms connect. And exhale, twist to the right. Bring the right fingertips behind you, left hand to the knee. Take a deep breath, sit up tall, lengthen. And exhale, just turn your gaze, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, sweep the arms back up overhead. Again, maybe the palms connect. And exhale, twist to the left, fingertips touch. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, look over the shoulder. Inhale, sweeping the arms back up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. This time, we're gonna switch feet. So whichever foot was in front, switch it out. Fingertips touch, walk them out. Reposition, allowing the sit bones to reconnect, sit up tall. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, this time twist to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look over the shoulder. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, look over the shoulder. Inhale, arms up overhead. This time we're gonna add on. Exhale, bring the left hand to the mat. Bend, reach the right arm overhead. Gaze looks up. Inhale, back to center, arms overhead. And exhale, right hand connects, bend. Move that left shoulder back so that the gaze can look up. Inhale, back to center, arms up overhead. And exhale, hands back to heart center. Bring the hands down in front of you, rock forward, and come into a tabletop. Stacking the hips up over the knees. Shoulders are over the wrists, and the fingers are spread really wide. From the wrist all the way up to the tips of the fingers, nice and long. Bring the belly in, and close your eyes. Take a deep breath, lower the belly, roll the shoulders back, and look up. And exhale, round the back, chin to the chest. Again, inhale, lower the belly, lift with the heart. And exhale, rounding the back, chin to chest. Last time, big breath in, big arch in the back, tailbone lifts. Exhale, navel to the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, bring the spine back to center. Tuck the toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Right here, I want you to spend some time pedaling it out, moving the hips side to side, making any movements that you need, anything that feels really good. Maybe you come into three-legged dog, maybe that leg lifts, bend the knees, stack the hips. Just bring some movement into the body. Downward facing dog is a very active pose. The heels reach down. If they don't touch, that is okay. The chest moves towards the thighs as the heart moves to the floor. Spine is nice and long. Gaze looks to the knees or maybe all the way to the navel. Take a deep breath in and exhale, let that breath go and press the hips back a little bit further towards the back of the room. Look at your hands, walk your feet to meet them, bringing your feet hip distance and the toes slightly in. On your inhale, look up, Ardha Uttanasana, hands to the shins, gaze looks forward. And exhale, fold into ragdoll. Take opposite elbows, let the head hang down, do some sway side to side. Maybe some pedaling of the legs. Do anything that feels really good. Finding some length in the back of the legs. Two more breaths here. Breath in, breath out. Again, big breath in. And exhale, let that breath go. Release the elbows. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Look up at the horizon. Exhale, Uttanasana fold. On your inhale, slowly begin to rise all the way up, arms up overhead. Maybe get a little back bend for wood chipper. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Hands to your side. Close your eyes, shake it out. Get any last minute wiggles and movements out that you need. Maybe adjust our ponytails. Bring some movement to the fingertips, wrists and ankles, the toes. Doing a few rocks from heel to toe until you find that place on your feet where you feel most grounded. Everything is centered. The pressure between the heel and the toe is even. The breath is moving steady through the nose. Lift the knees, draw the navel to the spine, and take a deep breath in. Squeeze the shoulders up to the ears. And exhale, roll them back and down, palms face forward. Take another deep breath. Lift the heart, reach the crown of the head to the sky. Exhale, let that breath go. One more cleansing breath in, stand a little taller. Exhale, empty. Open your eyes. On your inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Maybe the palms connect, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Release your head last. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, gaze rises last. Exhale, hands down, step or jump into a plank, moving the elbows to the ribs, lowering to a hover. Inhale, come onto the tops of the feet, thighs up off of the mat, upward facing dog, lift. Exhale, lift with the hips, downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, right side. Right foot lifts, look at those right toes, and if they're pointing out to the side, I want you to point them down. Reach the heel to the wall behind you. Pointing the toes down may lower that foot, but that's okay. Point your toes. On your inhale, we're gonna shift forward, bring that knee to the right elbow. Maybe it touches. That's okay if it doesn't. Exhale, extend. This time rounding the back, knee to the nose, breath in. Breath out, extend. This time twisting to the left, knee to the left elbow. Exhale, extend, bend your knees, stack your hips. Right foot is flexed, knee points to the sky. Maybe bring some movement into that ankle. Inhale, lift that knee a little bit higher. Exhale, hip to center, right foot sweeps between the hands, knee stacks directly over that ankle. Look forward, hands to heart center, rise, crescent lunge. Arms up overhead. If you need to wiggle that back foot back, feel free to do so as the hips lower down and the heel reaches to the sky. Gaze looks up to the top corner of the room. Fingertips reach up, inhale, little back bend. Exhale, hands down, step it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, rise, upward facing dog, shoulders press back and down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, three-legged dog. Looking at those toes, making the adjustments that we need. Point the toes. Inhale, knee to the left elbow. Exhale, extend. Inhale, knee to the nose, round the back. Exhale, extend. Inhale, knee to the right elbow, twist. Exhale, extend, bend your knees, stack your hips, foot is flexed. Inhale, lift that knee a little higher. Exhale, hip to center, foot comes forward. Finding the space you need between your feet. Hands to heart center, rise. Right hip is reaching to the top of the mat. Gently squeezing the thighs together, arms overhead. Anytime during our practice, the arms get a little heavy, always lower them to heart center, modifying however you need. Inhale, reach, little back bend. Exhale, hands down, step it back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look at the hands. Walk or very lightly float your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms overhead, salute. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands to your side. Shake it out. It's warm in here. Hope it's warm in your house. It's kind of hard to remember to breathe and do this at the same time and talk. I'm working on it. Coming back into Tadasana, standing up tall, mountain pose. From the toes to the heels, from the heels, the toes to the crown of the head, everything is pressing and reaching. Inhale, salute, arms up overhead. Exhale, Uttanasana fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen. Exhale, hands down, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, rise, upward facing dog, heart lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, right leg lifts, bend the knees, stack your hips. Right foot is flexed. Inhale, lift the knee a little higher. Exhale, hip to center, bring that right foot between the hands, wiggle that back foot back. Gently connect the back knee and the top of the foot, rise, Anjayasana. Right knee is stacked on top of that ankle, the thighs are drawing towards one another, feeling that extra stretch and length in this hip flexor. Option to stay here for just a couple of more breaths, or if you would like to work on a little bit of a quad stretch, you could lift the hips up, bring that right hand to the knee, bend that left knee, reach back and take a hold of the top of the foot. Turning the torso back to the top of the mat, maybe that stretch is enough. You can maybe lower the hips, maybe draw the foot into the hip. Allowing the breath to move slow and steady through the nose. With control, releasing that back foot. Reach the arms up overhead, gaze follows. Anytime our arms are overhead, create that space between the shoulders and the ears. Right hand comes to the knee. Left hand's gonna come to the mat and it's gonna line up with this right foot. Shoulder is stacked over the wrist. Take a deep breath in and exhale, long torso, turn, look over that right shoulder. Being mindful to not sink into that left shoulder. Keep it strong, shoulder pressing back and down. Right fingertips are gonna come to the outside of that foot. Come on to the left fingertips, look forward. We're gonna move into half monkey. Take a deep breath in and exhale, shift the hips back, straighten your leg and flex your foot. The back of the right knee is reaching down towards the mat. The toes are reaching towards you, look forward. Press that right heel into the mat, reach the hip back. Maybe reach those toes down, getting a little stretch across the front of the shin. Keep the nice long spine, gaze looking out. Shift your hips forward, lower them down, rising back into Anjayasana, arms overhead. Inhale, reach up, little back bend. Exhale, hands down, step it back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, bend and stack. Exhale, hip to center, foot between the hands, wiggling that back foot back. When you're ready, rise up, Anjayasana. Breathe. That sole of the left foot is pressing into the mat. Option to stay right here, bring that hand to the knee, lifting the hips, reach back, take a hold of the foot, giving the body what it needs. Maybe it's just the turn and that's good enough. Maybe the foot presses into the hip. With control, release that knee, release the foot, and bring the arms back up overhead. Left hand to the knee, right hand to the mat, lined up with that foot, shoulders stacks over the wrist. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, gently press on top of the knee, turning, looking over the shoulder. Being mindful of where this twist is. It should be in our mid and upper back. Look down, left fingertips to the outside of the foot. Come on to the right fingertips, look forward, half monkey. Take a breath in, breath out, shift the hips back, straighten and flex. Gaze looks out past the top of the mat. Maybe those toes come down and touch. One more breath here. Shift the hips forward, lowering them back down. Gaze looks up, arms reach up, Anjayasana. Inhale, reach up, little back bend. Exhale, hands down, step it back, lowering to a hover, press the elbows to the ribs. Inhale, rise, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look at the hands. Walk or lightly float your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen. And exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms up overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands to your side. Shake it out. We're gonna do a little balancing. If you need to be against a wall, or if you need to have something to hold on to, or just know that something is beside you for support, find something that you need. Maybe it's the arm of a chair. We're gonna start out with our hands at heart center. We're gonna start out with Vrksasana, tree pose. So we're gonna come on to the left foot and bring that right foot to the inside of the ankle? All right, so the toes are gonna be down here as like a little tripod. So hold on to just a moment before we lift our foot all the way up. The knee draws out to the side, finding your balance. When you are ready, you can bring that foot and very gently let it rest to the inside of the knee. There's no pressure. So lift up out of the torso. Option to bring that foot all the way to the top of the thigh if you choose. And what do trees do? They grow. Reach the arms up overhead. Drishti is locked, so your gaze should be locked on one focal point. Find it. Don't let it move. The knee moves out to the side. Stand up tall out of the hip. Torso is long. We're going to bring the hand back to heart center. Knee to center. Flex your foot. We're gonna bend that left knee and place the ankle on top and drop that right knee down. Right foot is flexed. Take a deep breath and exhale very gently with control, lower the hips. I wasn't locked with my gaze, see? Foot's flexed And if you feel like you have an arch in your back, I want you to draw the navel to the spine. Keep it long, nice long back. With control, slowly rise up, knee to center, flex your foot, still reach that right foot back and come into a crescent lunge. Hold it here. We're gonna pivot the heel down, open out to the side of the room, arms come parallel, Virabhadrasana 2. The heel should be lined up. Outer edge of this back foot is sealed to the mat. Knee stacks on top of the ankle, torso completely to the side of the room. So let the gaze look to the side of the room, arms are out. Now turn the gaze to look at the left fingertips. That is where our drishti is locked. Straighten the leg. Inhale, fingers forward, hips move back. And exhale, bring that hand to the shin, just below the knee. Stack that right arm overhead, fingertips spread wide, drishti is to that right thumb. Being mindful of any pressure you are adding to this left leg. The hand is here just to touch. Modifying however you need. Maybe you can release that hand, maybe reach the arm out in front of you, bringing it parallel to the floor. Inhale, rise up, bend the knee, warrior 2. Bring the forearm to the top of the thigh, sweep the right arm overhead, gaze looks up around the shoulder. So move that right shoulder back, fingertips reach across, and think about creating one long line of energy from the fingertips all the way down the body to the outside of the foot. Inhale, warrior 2. Straighten the leg. Turn the toes out to the side of the room. Stay where you are. Arms are still parallel, and the toes are gonna come slightly in. So the spacing between your feet needs to be what is most comfortable for you. Anywhere from 3.5 to 4.5 feet between, depending on your height. I'm 5'3", so I don't know, I have about 3 feet between mine. The edges of the feet should be parallel to the edges of your mat. Setting up for Padasana. Hands to the hips. Stand up tall. Take a deep breath. Lean the head back, lift the chin. And exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Bring the fingertips to the floor. If this is enough, you can stay here or take a deep breath in and exhale. Begin to fold, walking the hands back behind you. Maybe drawing the torso between the legs, as long as the crown of the head is reaching to the floor. Walking the hands back out, coming back into a flat back. All right, bring the hands to the hips. Elbows are gonna point to the sky, look up. On your inhale, very slowly, begin to rise all the way back up to standing. Release the hands, shake it out. Turn those toes back to the top of the mat. Bend the knee, warrior 2. We're gonna flow right here. So flip your palm, your inhale, reverse. Bringing that back arm to the thigh, sweep the arm overhead. Exhale, extended side angle, forearm to the thigh, right arm comes over. Inhale, reverse warrior, keeping that bend in the front knee. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Last time, inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look at the hands. Walk or float your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms up overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands to your side. Vrksasana, other side, hands come back to heart center. Come onto that right foot, bringing that left foot in, finding your little kickstand. Once you find your balance, slowly bring that foot all the way up to the inside of the knee. When we press onto that knee, we'll notice that that right hip will move over. Let it gently touch. Stand up tall. What do trees do besides grow? They also kind of sway. That's okay. Keep the gaze locked. Breathe. Hands back to heart center. Bring the knee to center, flex your foot. That slight micro bend in that right knee is gonna deepen a little bit. Place that ankle on top. Drop that left knee down. Take a big breath in. And exhale, slowly drop those hips, keeping your gaze locked. Your inhale, slowly rise up, knees up. Bend that right knee, step it back, crescent lunge. Pivot the heel down, open out, Virabhadrasana 2. Finding the foot spacing that you need, whatever is best for you. Arms parallel, and this right knee is gonna reach out to that little toe, keeping this hip open. Straighten the leg. Utthita Trikonasana. On your inhale, fingers forward, hips back, and exhale, hands to the shin or hand. Stack that left arm overhead, Drishti looks up. Again, being mindful of this knee, modifying however you need, maybe finding a little extra core strength. Your inhale, rise up, warrior 2. Forearm to the top of the thigh, sweeping that left arm overhead. Again, we can modify this if you need, maybe lowering the hand down, maybe the fingertips touch, whatever is best for you in your practice today. Creating that line of energy again and again, being mindful to not sink into the shoulder. Keep it strong. Your inhale, rise up, warrior 2. Flip the palm, inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior 2. Straighten your leg, turn the toes back to the side of the room. Again, finding that spacing that you need. This is where we can modify again. If you can interlace your hands behind the back and straighten the arms, that's great. If you need a strap or maybe a dish towel, something to hold on to, if you're holding on to something, I want your hands to face each other. So if your hands are back behind you, holding on to a belt, a strap, a towel, make the shoulders roll back and down, hands face each other. Or interlace your hands and straighten your arms. Inhale, look up. Heart is gonna lift. And exhale, hinge at the hips, fold. Release the arms overhead. If your arms come overhead, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to lift the hands away from the back. Make the shoulder blades draw together, crown of the head reaches to the mat. One more breath here. Lift your gaze, hold it here for just a moment. On your inhale, very slowly, let your hands guide you back up to standing. Release the arms, shake it out. Might get a little dizzy, so take a moment. Turn the toes back to the top of the mat. Bend the knee, coming back into warrior two. Shoulders are strong, fingertips reach away from each other. We're gonna flow. Flip the palm. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle, reach across, shoulder moves back. Inhale, reverse warrior, keeping that bend in the knee. Exhale, extended side angle. Again, inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Right, last time, inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step it back, lower to a hover. Inhale, upward facing dog, heart lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look at the hands. Walk or float your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms up overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands to your side. Okay, keeping the feet hip distance. We're gonna hold Utkatasana for 10 breaths. I'm gonna count them for you, so no need to worry about counting, and all you have to do is breathe. So the toes are gonna come slightly in. Palms face forward. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, bend the knees, drop the hips, Utkatasana. So look at your knees. If you can't see your toes, I want you to move your knees back. Move your hips back. If you have an arch in your lower back, I want you to remove that arch by drawing the navel into the spine. Arms reach up. Option to have the hands at heart center if you choose. So as we sit here in Utkatasana for just a moment before I begin counting, I want you to think of the navel as like a black hole. What do black holes do? They draw everything in. So I want you to imagine that the navel is a black hole. From the pelvic floor all the way up is engaged and drawing in towards your center core. Big breath in, breath out. 1. Breath in, breath out. 2. Breath in, breath out. 3. Breath in, breath out. 4. Breath in, breath out. 5. Maybe try coming up onto the balls of the feet. Breath in, breath out. 5, 6. Breath in, breath out. 7. Breath in, breath out. 8. Just 2 more. I know it's hard and everything's shaky. Breath in, breath out. 9. Breath in, breath out. 10. We made it. Inhale, rise up, little back bend. Exhale, Uttanasana, release your head last. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen. Exhale, hands down, step or jump into a plank, lowering to a hover. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Your inhale, reach your right leg up high, bend your knees, stack your hips. Exhale, hip to center, foot between the hands. Rise, crescent lunge, reach up, little back bend. And exhale, pivot down, open out, warrior two. Flip the palm, breath in, reverse. Breath out, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, left leg lifts, bend and stack. Exhale, foot between the hands, rise, crescent lunge, little back bend. Big breath in, and exhale, open out, warrior two. Flip the palm, inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel down, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, shoulders back and down, thighs off the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look to the hands, walk or float to a seat. We made it to seated postures, yay. Take a breath because it's warm and it's hard to talk. Okay, so reach your legs out in front of you. The feet are gonna connect. I want you to take your hips, rock side to side until those sit bones are locked and rooted down to the mat. Taking a hold of the side of the legs, the sides of the feet. If you have a block in which to place that block on the outside of the feet, you can do so as well. It's giving your body what it needs. Nice long spine. Take a deep breath in, look up. And exhale, move that heart forward, begin to fold. Forehead to the shins, the crown of the head reaches to the toes. Right here, I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Sit here in the seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. So as you sit here with the eyes closed, I want you to breathe. With each exhale, I want you to allow the body to soften. Maybe you notice that with each exhale, the fold becomes a little bit deeper. Maybe it's a fraction of an inch. Maybe it's further. Two more breaths. Look up. On your inhale, slowly rise all the way up. Shake it out. Bringing the feet in towards your hips, setting up for Baddha Konasana. So open your feet wide like a book. Again, rocking side to side until the sit bones are reconnected. Nice long spine, shoulders pressing back and down, and the elbows are gonna stay in towards your ribs. Inhale, look up. And exhale, take that flat back. Move the heart forward, and then lower the chin to your chest. Staying just like this with our nice flat back. I want you to take a breath in, lift your chin and gaze. And this time, exhale, round the back, elbows come out to the side, forehead to the toes. Get a nice rounding of the back. One more breath. On your inhale, lift your chin, slowly rise all the way up. This time, we're gonna reach our legs out to the side. So they don't have to be really wide, but if you've got a nice wide straddle, that's great. If you need to bring the legs in to keep the toes up, that's fine as well, whatever you need to do. Again, the sit bones need to lock down. Bring the fingertips to the floor. Okay, look up, smile. Inhale and exhale, keeping the feet flexed. Walk the fingertips forward, just as far as you can. Maybe walk them a little bit more out a little bit more. Maybe lower down to the forearms if that is comfortable for you, or option to lower all the way down to the floor. The hands can reach out, or maybe they can reach over towards the feet, helping the feet to remind them to stay pointing up. One more breath here. On your inhale, very slowly, rise all the way up. Bringing the legs back out, giving them a little shake. Bring the knees up. Place the hands behind your hips. Fingers point to your hips. And do a few sways side to side. Maybe you get a few pops here and there. Okay. We're gonna do a little bit of core. So this is probably my favorite. I'm gonna heavily modify because I still have to be able to tell you what to do, but I'm gonna show you more of an advanced way to do it, and then you can modify it however you need. Okay, so really important in these particular movements that we remind ourselves internally to breathe. I'm gonna remind you to breathe. I will help you count your breaths, remind you of that, but just be mindful and give your body what it needs. If you need to lower down and rest in between, just do it. Okay, so arms reach out, palms facing up. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, slowly lower just your lower back to the mat. I'm gonna keep my feet on the mat during this so I can still move and talk at the same time. But you can keep the legs lifted if you choose. Maybe the toes point, that is okay. Maybe the feet just stay on the floor or right above the floor to a hover. I'm gonna keep mine down. So it's really important to remember to keep the shoulder blades up off of the mat. That lower back needs to be connected. Again, drawing everything in. Arms reach out, shoulders press back and down. Bring your arms out to the side, palms facing up. On your inhale, bring that right hand over. Maybe it touches the left. And exhale back. Inhale left to the right. Exhale back. 4 more. Inhale, right hand over. Keep lifted. Exhale back. Inhale left to the right. Exhale back. I know it's starting to shake. Inhale, right hand over. Exhale back. Inhale left to the right. Exhale back. 2 more. Inhale, reach and twist. Exhale back. Inhale, left hand across. Exhale back to center. Last time. Inhale, reach. Exhale back. Inhale, left hand to the right. Exhale back. Release. Oh, I know. Sway the knees side to side. It's a lot. All right, last one. This time we're gonna do it a little different. So lift back up, arms reach out. Again, the legs can be up at a hover above the mat or feet placed on the floor. Bring the hands next to the hips, palms facing down at a hover right above the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, keep the shoulder blades up. And exhale, bring the hands back to a hover, crunch. Inhale, reach, look up. Exhale, hover. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hover. 10 more. I'm just kidding, just kidding. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hover. Last time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hover. Release, sway the knees side to side. We've got a few extra minutes. So I know I said that was the last one, but we're gonna do one more. But this time we're only gonna do 3 because we are going to combine the 2 that we just did. I know, I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Arms out, palms up. So we're gonna let the hands touch, bring them down to a hover, reach up. That will be 1 round. We're only doing 3. Inhale, right hand over to the left. Exhale, back. Inhale, left to the right. Exhale, back. Hands to a hover. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, back and crunch. Arms back up. Inhale, right over. Exhale, back. Inhale, left to the right. Exhale, back. Hover. Inhale, reach, look up. Exhale, back to a hover. Last one. I know. Inhale, right hand over. Exhale, back. Inhale, left to the right. Exhale, back. Hands hover. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hover. Release. Sway the knees side to side. Bring the knees into your chest. Place the hands above the knees. Gently draw them in. Tuck the chin into the chest. Hold it here for just a moment. I want you to close your eyes. Eyes can remain closed the remainder of the class. We're gonna just recline, twist, and prepare for Shavasana. So reach the arms out, palms facing down. Palms down is grounding. Shoulders to the mat. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, move the chin to the right, knees to your left. Being mindful to keep that right shoulder connected, and you can again modify this however you need. Maybe that right leg crosses the left. Maybe that left hand helps the knees draw a little closer to the floor. In your inhale, bring the chin and the knees back to center. And exhale, chin to the left, knees to the right. Modifying however you need. Mind's probably racing. Slow it down. Mindful of the breath. On your inhale, bring the chin and the knees back to center. Wrap your arms around the shins, curl up into a little ball, do some rock side to side. I want you to bring your forehead to your knees. Take a deep breath in, squeeze everything together really tight. And exhale from the inside out. I want you to slowly begin to let go. Walk the legs out to the top of the mat. bringing some space between the feet, allowing the toes to fall out. Arms come out, palms facing up, palms up, receive. Make any last minute movements, adjustments, wiggles that you need to prepare yourself for some rest. Shavasana is considered one of the hardest asanas in yoga because in order to imitate a corpse, I mean, you really have to just let go. Shavasana is corpse pose, letting go. And that's hard to do because we have a hard time letting go of our thoughts and feelings and emotions that we're holding on to. And that's what this asana is about. So as we lay here, I want you to slow the breath down. Together, take a big breath in. And exhale, unseal the lips and sigh it out. Breath in. Breath out, let it go. One more cleansing breath. And empty. Soften that space between your brows. Relax your jaw. Unseal your lips and that release the tongue from the top of the mouth. Allow the body to become very heavy. Find that quiet place inside of yourself, that place that is sacred to you. It's not anyone else's. No one else can see it or feel it, touch it. It's yours. Maybe your quiet space is filled with light, maybe color, maybe sound, maybe it's just a hum. Take one more slow breath in through the nose. Let that go and release into your mat, Shavasana. Begin to bring awareness back inside of the body. Becoming aware of the heartbeat and that steady rhythm that the breath creates in the belly and the chest. Bring some movement into the body by wiggling fingers and toes. Circle wrist and ankle. Reach your arms up over the head. Point your toes, interlace your hands. This time you can shrug the shoulders to the ears and take a big breath and stretch. And exhale, slowly begin to release and draw the knees into your chest. Wrap your arms, rock side to side. And when you are ready, gently resting onto your right side, cradle your head into your arms. Take your time and begin to make your way to a comfortable seat at the top of your mat, bringing the hands together at heart center. Eyes are closed. Bow your head, chin to your chest. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for sharing your practice. Just remember, show respect even to people who don't deserve it, not as a reflection of their character, but as a reflection of yours. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.